What's going on, guys? Roger here, QVO Tactical. A little bit of a different video for you guys today because we are taking out the brand new Kawasaki 2024 ZX-4RR in the 40th anniversary edition. So guys, I know I told you about all the different vehicles and stuff. What's up, Sal? Sal's got his Harley here. He's gonna come ride with us. There's the Mustang. It is done. We will get to that. But like I told you guys before, I want to start adding some of the motorcycle content. Don't worry, it's not going to replace all of our gun reviews and gear and stuff like that. These would be videos during the week, so if it's not your cup of tea, you know, you probably want to skip this one and then tune back in during the weekend for the normal broadcasting schedule. But for those of you guys out there that also like cars and motorcycles and stuff, I figured we would do a moto vlog riding this thing. I think I'm a little over 100 miles. I'll get the key and start it up here in a second. But there's plenty of videos out there on all the specs and stuff, so definitely check it out if you're interested. But I'm gonna kind of moto vlog today and go over why I chose the ZX-4RR. I do have an R6 under that cover right there, and I'll kind of talk about that and why I ended up picking up one of these as well. But it is a small bore inline 4. Because it is neutered here in the States because of, I thought it was emissions, but I looked more into it and it's about sound. It's only got 50 horsepower, so, but right now I'm having fun with that. Like, I'm not a crazy rider, guys. I have a lot of bikes. You can see in here, I have my Indian and my Harley, and I've been riding for like 15 years, but I am like your ultimate weekend warrior. Sal and I get together, ride on the weekends. We're gonna head over to Gears and Grinds, do a little montage and show you guys all the cars that show up for that. But yeah, we're just the occasional rider. We ride on weekends, go grab a burger, go up to Red Rock, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. But let me grab the key here and start this bad boy up for you guys. I'm liking all the electronics and stuff like that. I'll show you guys here. Let me bring it in a neutral. Like I said, 154 miles on that thing right now. Startup, it's a little quiet. Definitely needs a different muffler, but here you go. Sounds good, especially when you're at high revs. You'll hear it screaming and stuff. But everything is stock right now. Very soon we'll have a follow-up video. I'm gonna change out minor stuff, guys. I liked the whole aesthetic. One of the biggest reasons I bought this bike was because of the color scheme. Just kind of was a throwback for me, and I was like, man, I gotta have it. And we'll talk about that too, because the people over at Van's Power Center out in Iowa, probably some of the friendliest, easiest people to deal with in regards to buying a vehicle. So with all that out of the way, let's head over to Gears and Grinds. All right, good morning, guys. It is Sunday. I believe it's June 1st. And yeah, we're gonna head over to Gears and Grinds. Hopefully you guys are hearing me through the mic and everything okay. We've been playing around with the different settings to try to get rid of all the wind noise. But yeah, guys, this is the Kawasaki ZX-4RR 2024, and like I said, only 154 miles on it. We've been having fun with it, still doing, you know, taking it easy with the break-in period, but let's get into it. So, why the ZX-4RR over my R6 or over getting another 600 bike? Honestly, guys, it's usable power. So one of the guys over at Carter Power Sports here kind of mentioned that to me, and it was a great thing that he said, because on my R6 I will be went to hit the signal there, not the horn, but on my R6 I'll go to pass somebody, and next thing I know, you know, you're doing speeds that you don't want to be doing, especially around town. So on this I still get the same enjoyment, the same feel, but you know, I'm not doing speeds that are gonna get me in trouble. So, like I said, this has 50 horsepower. My R6, I believe, has like 98, and that bike is 25 years old, believe it or not. It's 2000. So it's kind of crazy, but this does have, you can send it out to get tuned, and it bumps it up to like 70, 80 horsepower, so, and significant boost. So I'll eventually do that in the future, but for right now, just enjoying it in stock configuration. Things that are new to me, the quick shifter and the downshift, the downshifting auto blip, that's awesome. So, you know, I'll kind of demo that here for you guys in a second. Like I said, guys, I've been riding for a long time, but I'm still, I consider myself still amateur rider because I only ride on weekends. I think my 2010 Harley has like a little over 4,000 miles, nothing crazy. So you guys see Sal here riding on his Harley Sportster. So here's the auto shifter. It gets up, boom, you just bump it up and it goes. 10,000 RPM again, boom, bump it up and it goes. And you guys see this thing picks up. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not launching me like my R6. That thing's just all torque, but this is plenty fast for what I'm doing. And I'm not, you know, your crazy trick stunt rider type guy. I just like going for a ride. I like how the bike looks, I like how it feels. I like how it sounds right now, but we'll definitely improve on that. But yeah, kind of enjoy the in-town ride to Gears and Grinds. Ease up on the throttle just a little bit, and then you can just bump it into the next gear. It's pretty awesome. Now, real quick, I want to take a minute. Shout out to Vans Power Center out in Iowa, because they made this probably the easiest purchase ever. Like, I was looking for one of these. It's last year's model, 2024. So there wasn't a bunch of them. I think there was like 10 left that were brand new. I was honestly trying to find one new, used, to get it for a little cheaper, but just wasn't having any luck. Found a guy in Arizona, but he kind of, you know, Facebook Marketplaces, not many people respond. But I was playing Call of Duty with my buddy Parker, who lives out in Idaho, and I was like, hey, what's your zip code? Typed it in Facebook Marketplace, and this dealership popped up with a brand new one. So reached out to them. They're like, yeah, we got in stock. And, you know, I've had experience before with dealerships throwing crazy markup. Like, after everything's said and done, you're like $2-3 grand over the price. So I asked them, hey, what's it going to be out the door? And they were like, oh, we have a $120 dock fee, and there was a sale going on. So I think this bike in this edition, MSRP is for like $10,400 or $10,700. I ended up getting it for $9,129 out the door. I still got to pay tax on the register here, which I'm sure will be like $700-800, but getting it under MSRP. I got it delivered, you know, the same person that delivered my R6. It's a shipping service. I forget the exact name, but I'll list it here. I'll bring it up on the screen for you guys, and I'll put their information. But I deal with John over there, and I mean, I think this bike from Iowa to my house here in Vegas was $750. They load them up into Sprinter vans. They got them all strapped in and padded up, and they do a really good job of getting your bike here safe and sound without any issues. So that's really cool. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I'm doing this whole break-in period thing. I've been reading a lot about it, and I want to make sure I don't go too crazy. I haven't redlined the bike at all, and just kind of taking it easy. I don't really go past 10,000 RPM. We are headed to Gears and Grinds. It is every other Sunday event. We normally meet up with our other buddies, Casey and Dell. I think they're skipping this one, but Sal and I want to get as many rides in as we can before it's like 120 degrees here in Vegas. Like yesterday, I think it was the hottest day so far, like a 104. Today it'll be like 96, which is nice if you're here in Vegas in the summer. Everybody was like, hey, I want to come out to Vegas and visit. I definitely don't recommend coming out in the summer. It is gnarly if you're not used to the heat. Here you go. So I'll just, boom, kick down the shifting lever there, and you guys see it. Auto blips it, does everything. It's pretty awesome. You should be able to see that. But it's cool having that feature built in. I've never had that in a bike. You know, pretty much you can kind of get lazy on this bike, because you really only need to use your clutch coming out of first into second, and everything after that you can just tap up with your foot and it does it for you. Same thing with downshifting. I'll do a better example on the next light. It's like right there, I'm so used to using a clutch, I used it. But as you see, as I approach 8, I can just, boom, kick my foot up. Clutch doesn't have to be engaged. I'll ease off, get a little distance behind the Subaru. Now I will say, from riding my Sportster, that's what I've ridden the majority of the time. I have a little bit of time on the Indian. I bought that within the last year. Kind of been buying bikes like crazy. I got another one coming I'll show you guys here in a little bit, but kind of just been getting all the guys on our team to go and take the class. Our buddies Kevin and Gil that work with us at QVO, They are actually in the licensing class today. So this is their last day. They've been in it since Friday. So kind of just nice having all these bikes for the guys to be able to like ride with us and go do stuff. Sal, he was riding my Sportster for about a month, liked it so much he went and bought his own, which is this awesome guy right here. And I mean, he loves it. He goes all crazy. He got a Shoei helmet. He tricked me, talked me into buying the Cardo, so I got to get that installed. We have like these cheapy units that we've been using, but I dig them. I like them. I got a really big head. Like, this is a 3XL and it's still tight, so I've been kind of helmet hunting, and I got a new bell qualifier. I believe it's a little more oval to my head. I'm gonna try that thing on and see how it works. But I gotta set the time on this thing. But yeah, any questions you guys have about this, you know, let me know. I'll go over. We're gonna do upgrades on this. I got stuff here already, like I want blue handlebars, kind of match the theme of the bike. I want the frame sliders. Not that I'm gonna be, you know, leaning this thing. What do you guys call it? Chicken feet? Yeah, that'll be on my bike forever. I am not a crazy skilled rider. I definitely want to go take a track course just to be more efficient on the bike, you know. Kind of like with the firearm stuff that I do, I still go take courses from people because I always want to remain a student and learn. So I definitely want to do the same on this. Yeah, being able to just, boom, kick the shift up, it's so awesome. But for you other Vegas locals out there, you know, I get a lot of like people like, hey man, how do we run into you? I'm at a lot of the car stuff in town. Gears and Grinds every other Sunday. Last Sunday of the month, I go to Cars and Coffee with my Porsche, which is downtown. I want to say there's something next weekend, which is going to be like right over here at this new, I can't remember what it's called, but maybe the Bend. It's over here by the Durango, but I think they're going to be having something too. So, but once we get over to this this car meet, I'll kind of give you guys a little montage of all the cool stuff there. This one, there's typically a lot of cool cars. There's a bunch of other bikes that show up for sure. But yeah, I'll see you guys over there. So before we leave, I wanted to come take a look at this Ninja 500 in the anniversary edition. I actually went back and forth between the ZX-4RR and this model specifically because I was hearing for like city stuff, the low end torque is a little better on here. But I'll kind of go over when I ride back the differences and why I didn't go with this one and why I went with the ZX-4RR. Talked to a bunch of different people that had both the 500 and the ZX-4RR and kind of got their like feedback on it and why I went with the ZX-4RR. But definitely dig this and definitely want to try it out. So if you're local and you want to meet up and you have a Ninja 500, let me know. But let's hop back on the bikes. All right, guys, I figured on the way back home, let's hit the freeway for a little bit. And this will be the first freeway ride, but at least showing you guys, if you had to hop on the freeway, this bike is more than capable. If you're familiar with the Vegas area, we're 215 Durango area. We're just going to take 215 over to Sahara near downtown Summerlin, and then I live like Sahara Durango area, so we're just going to take Sahara back down and call it a day. Go over the bike one more time, and then throw in some bonus footage. And yeah, so Right-hand drive Supra, dude. Definitely a lot of cool cars at Gears and Grinds. We go to that one. It's every other Sunday. And then, like I said, we do the Porsche Cars and Coffee the last Sunday of the month. But here we go. First freeway ride. Supra sounds good. Here we go. Alright guys, so here's our exit now. So, as you saw, no issues on the freeway whatsoever. So, for anybody out there that's like, hey, contemplating this as your daily, to me it's super comfortable, even with, you know, the more aggressive seating posture. I think you'd be fine. Took me a minute to get used to, you know, what Sal's riding up there, the Harley Sportster 883. That was, you know, I still have that bike. That was my first bike. Got it in my 20s, and, you know, I love that bike. But coming from something like that to this, it was a little bit of an adjustment with the seating posture and stuff like that. But yeah, so now into why the ZX-4RR versus the Ninja 500. So there's a cool guy out there that puts out a bunch of content on the 500, specifically the anniversary edition, and I like his videos a lot. Smaller channel, but he puts out great content and kind of goes over why it works for him. And I think that would probably be a great beginner bike and a daily bike as well. But for me, I kind of wanted a bike that if down the road, you know, say I do go to a track school, I get more proficient with this thing, you know, I'm comfortable driving it, but I'm not, you know, anywhere near, I'd say like I'm barely amateur at best. So this is a bike that you can upgrade, you can tune, and you could go track it if you wanted to and learn and be a little more, you know, I like taking courses, being more proficient with any tool that I have, so this bike will be no different. I just gotta find some courses. I don't think we have any locally here in Vegas. A lot of people were telling me I gotta go out to San Diego, so maybe we do that. But this bike allows for that. So what I've heard a lot of people say, it's pretty much a street legal track bike, you know, a smaller one. There's some videos out there, they drop like 20 grand on this bike and made it like a crazy super sport setup, but you know, that's not what I'm looking to do. I'm simply going to do stuff like stuff I mentioned, but you know, definitely a different slip-on, maybe down the road a full exhaust, but definitely ECU tune down the road. And with that tune, I think the best one I've seen, there's guys getting like 76 horsepower versus the 50 that it comes with. So
The Ninja 500 doesn't allow you to do that. It is what it is. So that's kind of why I decided to go with the ZX-4RR over the 500. So, but you guys let me know what you think. I know I've been posting this on Instagram, and I've been getting a lot of people, you know, reaching out like, hey, did you get this? I ride this, I ride that, and that's awesome. Definitely like to meet other people in, you know, the motorcycle community as well. I meet a bunch of people in the firearms community, so it'll be cool to see some other locals. We go up to Red Rock pretty much every week, hang out at the Overlook, meet other people, talk to them. So if you're a local and, you know, you ride, let me know down below. I got lots to learn, and I appreciate everybody's, you know, constructive feedback and stuff. I'm liking everything about this bike. The quick shifter thing, a lot of people are saying how you'll just become lazy, and I get it, man, because just being able to go up is great, and then up is awesome. Like, it kind of makes me wonder, like, I hopped on my Indian the other day, and I felt a little clutch fatigue. I was like, man, my hands get a little sore, because the clutch is just way more stiff on that, and you have to use it versus this. And again, on this too, being able just to, boom, downshift and have it auto blip for you and rev match, that's pretty dang sweet. So, but you guys let me know what you think about this video. We're gonna head back to the house and hang out for a bit. I'll hop on the camera one more time when we get to the house and just kind of go over the bike one more time. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down below. But like I said, these videos aren't going to replace anything. They'll just be in addition to, you know, on my days off when we're not shooting guns and recording videos and making holsters, we go out and ride. So I figured, why not use my camera equipment and make some more content for you guys? Maybe reach another audience that we could bring along for everything that we do. I think that'd be cool. Kind of get more growth to the channel. We're almost at 200,000 subscribers, which is insane to me. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys back at the house. Back here at the house now, guys, and yeah, pretty pumped on this. Had a blast, been taking it out. Let's see, miles wise. Let me grab the key real quick, show you guys something else. Amazon has these for a lot of different bikes, but billet aluminum, I don't know, key covers. Pretty cool. Definitely like the aesthetic with the green. But let's take a look at the miles now. 175 miles, so what, 20 more miles that I put on this thing? And honestly, guys, that's about it. Like, I probably do like 20 miles a week, if that, between all the different bikes. I think my Iron 883 is a 2010, and it's just over 4,000 miles. Just bought this 2018 Indian Scout Bobber. Got a smoking deal on that. So Sal, where's your bike? Here you go. So Sal was riding, you riding mine for like a month after your class. And then he went and got this beautiful thing. This is like one of 5 different variations he's had, because he's got different pipes for it, different seats. Originally, you weren't going to stay with these handlebars, but you kept them.
Yeah, I like them.
You like them now. But you got the bug, and what are you going to get now, Sal?
Probably Ninja 600, then probably a Lowrider S.
Nice. So Sal was riding my R6, and he ended up liking how torquey that thing was compared to this. So he thinks he wants to go with the 600. For me, like, you could still get in trouble with this. Don't get me wrong, guys. Like, you can get up there. I've seen guys doing top speeds of like in the 130s. I don't plan on doing that stuff. I like just doing a casual ride like you just saw us doing. But especially with the tune, it's going to be, you know, even better than what it is now. But for right now, how it is, I am more than fine with. Like, had a blast with it. It picks up. It's got the speed that I want. But again, like I said, guys, I'm a very amateur rider at best. So just keep that in mind. But again, those are the reasons I went with the ZX-4RR over the 500. I still want to try some of these 500 out. Gripe wise, I think my only gripe is just neutral. This is probably like the hardest bike I've had to find neutral. I pretty much have to find it when I'm at a stoplight. I remember when I got the Harley, it was kind of the same way, and then it broke in. So maybe after the break-in period, it'll become easier, but it's not a huge deal. Like, once I'm stopped, I can find it, and that could just be the fact that I'm not a skilled rider. So, but yeah, I wanted to share this video with you guys, like, just kind of, you know, one of the new toys that we got, what I do in my free time. Figured I'd bring you guys along. Let me know what you think. They're building a new house in my cul-de-sac. We live in a private cul-de-sac, which is awesome. Just me, my neighbor, and our soon-to-be new neighbor, but I think it's gonna be like a year out. But that's all we got for you guys. I appreciate all the support. You know, if you have any questions that I can answer, definitely comment down below and I'd be happy to. Again, just want to make sure I preface this. These videos are not going to replace our normal, you know, content. So don't, if you're on here going like, hey, why are you guys doing motorcycle car stuff with us with Gun Channel? Yep, we're still dedicated to all the firearm stuff, but we figured extra content never hurt anybody. So thought I had my sunglasses on my head. Anybody else out there wondering, I do want to say this. I do have armor on, so I wear like an armor. It's got shoulders, elbows, spine, all that stuff when I go out and ride. So it's nice because they make a super tight, thin one that I can wear our UPF hoodies on, and it looks like I'm just wearing, you know, normal clothes. So, but any recommendations on stuff, let me know down below. For you guys out there that are Ninja ZX-4RR riders, what are some things that we can do, you know, that you think? I know everybody said right away the tune, so down the road that'll come when I need it. But that's all we got. I want to do one last shout out to the Vans Power Center out in Iowa. Troy, Deb, Sheila, you guys were all awesome to deal with. I can't thank you enough. You know, if I'm looking for anything other bikes or stuff like that, I'll definitely check you guys out again, because guys, it was literally the easiest buying process ever. They responded to phone calls. They got back to me right away, even on Facebook Messenger. They were prompt with a response via email. Like, you definitely were dealing with quality professional people, and it made the purchase just so much easy, which made it a very enjoyable experience. So again, Vans Power Center. And then I'm going to link down below my shipper. I talked with John over there at the shipping company, but I'll link his company and everything like that. That way you guys that are looking for somebody to ship a motorcycle like I did, you'll be able to get a hold of them. So that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate all the support. Thank you everybody for always watching. Until next time, I'll see you. Little bonus footage for you guys. This is Xavier. Xavier, how do people find you on Instagram?
On Instagram and search Las Vegas Car Spotting. That's my page. Also on YouTube.
So guys, what's crazy is Xavier is the son of a buddy of mine that I've known for, what? I've known your dad for like 20 years now. And he's been out here at all the different car meets and stuff. He actually did a really cool post on my Porsche at the Cars and Coffee event, and didn't even realize that we knew each other. Next event I saw him, I was like, hey. So I've been running him at every event, but he does killer photos, killer videos. And locals, you're doing what? For locals, what's the special on rollers and stuff? 25 bucks?
Yeah, 25 bucks.
So, and then how much is a full shoot?
For a full shoot, 35.
So 35 for a full shoot, you'll get photos like these. And then 25 for rollers like these. So definitely hit him up, Las Vegas Car Spotting on Instagram. There you go, bud.